What's up everybody, and welcome back to Danny Sylvan Vlog. If this is your first time here, welcome. I'm so happy you found this video, and if you're a returning viewer, then thank you so much for coming back. While I have your attention though, I want to encourage you all to check out some of my other videos on this channel, specifically the videos on my Fine Details by Danny Sylvan playlist on this channel, where you can find my daily skincare routine. I do a Lush haul on there. I have a file organization video, which is like great for the season we're in right now, which is tax season, okay? And most recently, I have my top 5 essential men's accessories to own. That is the most recent video that I posted for that playlist, and thank you so much for giving it so much love in its first week. I'm really happy with how it's looking, and like, let's just keep showing this to people. Feel free to share it with, I know y'all know some men out there who can use this advice, who can use these tips. So like, just slide it, you know, in their DMs, slide the link through their text messages and be like, oh, just something cool to check out. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. Help them level up. Level up. That's what I'm saying. Help me, help them through you. Now with all of that behind, I will love to get into this story time, this video, the reason why you're here, which is how I almost got arrested. I almost got arrested, y'all. So, you know what? Forget all the talking. Okay, let's roll the opening video and get into this video. I'm gonna need some wine for this, so we're gonna pour that. Okay, that should be good for the video. Cheers. Okay, so hold on first. Damn, that's pretty good. This is my first time trying this wine. This story takes place back in, I want to say 2013 or 2014. I also don't quite remember if it was like in the summer or if it was during like a school year. I just remember we were all in school, like post-secondary. And when I say we were all, this story does involve a group of friends who shall remain nameless, okay? I'll expose myself, but not my people.
I ain't no snitch.
And this group of friends, basically, we were all hanging out at one of our friends' places. Let's say his name is George. So we were all hanging out at George's place, and George didn't live too far from the elementary school that we all went to. And when I say all, I mean there was about, when I think back to this, there was either 7 or 8 of us, at least 7, at most 8 of us. So we're all in George's backyard, and I want to say it was like a Friday night. We were like having some drinks, just hanging out, relaxing. And I remember we kind of were reminiscing about our elementary school because we all went there, we all grew up. We were being a little bit nostalgic, okay, in talking about all the memories we had at the elementary school and how much fun it was and like some of the difficult times, but like we came through. It was real cute, you know? So we're having this conversation and George says, oh, funny enough, me and my brother, like, we climb on the roof of the school all the time. And we were like, you do what now? You climb on the roof of the school? Now, I don't know if this is like a small town thing or if it's like a, I don't know, suburban thing, but climbing on the roof of like schools is a thing in where I'm from, okay? I've had friends and people in my peer group climb elementary schools, high schools, and universities, okay? And be on the roof. And I'm just kind of like, cool hobby, I guess. Anyway, we were like, but how? Because the way that it's set up, like there's no like ladder just for anybody to climb the roof, like. And these guys, him and his brother, I remember once we went with his little brother to the park kind of nearby our place, and he was climbing everything. The monkey bars, he was climbing everything. And I was like, okay, this kid has a lot of energy, but he also climbs so much stuff, like super flexible, all this stuff. So it wasn't surprising that they had climbed the school before, but I was just like, how? Like, how did you guys manage to do this? So he was like, you want me to show you guys? And we were like, okay, cool. So we all take a quick walk to the elementary school, and he shows us, yep, we just like climb up here, we hop there, we like jump here, and then we get on the roof. And I was like, okay, that was a nice little show and tell, cool. Let's go back to your backyard. And another friend, I don't remember exactly who it was, but said, dude, can we climb it? And he was like, well, I don't see why not. So I was like, okay, wait a minute, we're climbing the school now? What? Basically, he was like, well, yeah, like who's down, who's down? I'm there like, not me. Y'all could do that. I'm not climbing the school. So anyway, they end up convincing me, because I was looking at the school and I was like, I mean, you could do your acrobatics, your Cirque du Soleil, you know, stuff to get up there. I can't do that. My body's not built for this. Sir, I'm so sorry. I can't. And he was like, well, how about this? I have a ladder at home. What if I get the ladder and we all go up? It would be a fun time. We could like bring our drinks up there. Like, this is gonna be a cool experience. And I was like, I mean, we did just reflect on how great it was at the school and all the memories that we built there. And like, you know, being in our adulthood, I guess it would be kind of cool to like climb up on there and like have a few drinks and hang out. So then George runs back to his place with another one of our buddies who was there, and they get the ladder and they bring it to the school. They're like, okay, cool, I can't believe we're about to do this. Like, is this trespassing? Like, what does this count as? Like, are we gonna get in trouble? I don't really know. I don't really care. I'm kind of lit right now, so let's do it. Speaking of lit, okay, that's really good. Damn. Okay, he comes back with the ladder and he sets it up. He's like, everybody's comfortable with this. We're like, yeah, everyone's cool, everyone's great. One by one, we go up on the roof of the school. And it was me and this one other friend, let's call him Sebastian. So me and Sebastian were the only ones who are a little bit skeptical of this whole operation, okay? We were like, look, our lives are heading in very good directions right now. We don't know the legal ramifications of our actions right now. So like, what do we just, are we peer pressured? Okay, we're gonna do it, fine. So we were kind of hesitant, but eventually we get up using the ladder. We all safely get up. We're on the roof, we're looking at the view, we're like, wow, this is so cool, like, this is nice. We took a little sip of this, a little sip of that. We were lit, we were good. Then we all hear the sound of like a chopper above our heads, like a helicopter. And we look up and we see that it's one of the police helicopters patrolling the area. So when Sebastian saw that, he was like, oh shoot, isn't that the police? And we're all kind of like, I'm like, I'm pretty sure that is the police. And the others were like, oh yeah, like maybe it is, but like, we're not like doing anything. Like, we're just trying to have a good time. Like, what do you mean? Sebastian was like, okay, I'm really not comfortable with this. Like, I think we should go. So he gets up to, as if he's going back down to the ladder, and I was like, okay, I'm with you. Like, I don't know about this. Like, that's clearly a police chopper. We're like, let's just go. because we're not sure exactly how this is gonna go. As Sebastian gets up and heads towards the ladder, the police chopper shines this huge beaming light on him, and it kind of got all of us. And he was like mid so it was like, got you, right? So we were like, okay, we gotta go. But we're like, wait. One of the girls was like, wait, let's call her Allison. One of the girls, Allison, was like, wait, like, let's get pictures of this moment. Like, we can't just be up here and like not leave. Like, let's get some pictures. So we're like, oh, okay, cool. So stupid, but we go back and we're like, okay, like let's quickly get some pictures. So we like had a group photo all together, and we had like one where we were kind of seated, and then we're like, okay, we need to hightail it out of here now. My black ass, I was like, I need to get down there first. If the police come on site, I'm gonna be the one arrested. Let me down. So basically, after the girls got down, then I got down, and then the rest of the guys got down too. I'm like, look, hands up, don't shoot. Okay? So we all get down and we're like feeling good. As we all get down, we start to hear in the far distance police sirens. So we're like, oh my gosh, like, and now we're asking the questions we probably should have asked from before. Like, is this legal? Like, did we trespass? Is this like a bad thing? But like, like, if everybody can go on roofs and like have a good time, like I think everybody would. So yeah, like it probably is trespassing. Probably not allowed to do this. But anyway, we all get down and we're like, okay, like let's beeline it for George's backyard again and just act like this never happened. So as we're running, I'm like, wait, the ladder. How are we supposed to get the ladder? So now half of the group has already run to George's. They're on their way to George's place. The police sirens are over there coming our way. And I, myself, George, and I think one other person, I was the one who was like the ladder. So myself, George, one other person was like, okay, like let's grab it. Child, we run back to get the ladder. It's on our shoulders. Well, you know, like we're running and there's this huge field to get to George's backyard. So we're literally running and at this point, the police sirens are here. Okay, they are here. They are right there. And we are running with a ladder across a long field. Thank God the street lights, like the field wasn't really lit. It doesn't really have street lights or anything around it. So we were kind of able to mask us running with a huge like 16-foot like ladder across the field. But I remember looking towards where the front entrance of the school was as we were running, and I saw at least 2 cop cars just parked there. So I was like, oh my gosh, oh my gosh, oh my gosh. If they see us running across the field with this ladder, like how embarrassing is it gonna be that like they shine their little flashlights and I'm like, hey, officer with the ladder, leaving the school. So we run across the field. I've never run so fast in my life. And we get to George's backyard. The others who were already there, they thought ahead and they just got a deck of like playing cards and they spread them across the table in the backyard and they were like, just pick it up and like, if anybody asks, we've been playing this the whole time. Okay, if anybody asks, this is what the situation is. We have just been sitting here and playing cards, like we're good. I look back because like George's house is close enough, but like not super close, but I just look back and I remember seeing like the lights, blue red lights of the police cars get bigger and bigger, which means more and more cop cars showed up on site. So we were like, oh my gosh, this is crazy. We sit in the backyard, we wait and wait. Cause we were like, at this point, we're like, someone saw us, like they for sure are gonna track us down. Like there's no way we got away with this. Like it's just, it was too messy. You know, first it's the beam light from the chopper, then it's, you know, us running across the field with a huge ladder. Like there's no way we got away with this. So we were literally like playing cards, waiting for somebody to approach. They never came our way. We literally waited for a good 2 hours because we were all kind of scared to walk home. We're like, are they like walking around the neighborhood? Are they like asking for witnesses? Like, what's happening? And we were still like, did we do something wrong? Like, did we do something so wrong to why like there's 5 police cars that showed up on site? Like, what's going on? Anyway, one by one, we leave George's backyard. And I was one of the last ones because my house was also pretty close to that school. And I walked home, walked past the police officers that were like, at this point, there was only, I believe, one police car that was still on site because it was like 2 hours later. And there was only one car and the officer was just sitting in there. And I walked past and I looked straight and I was like, just walking home. And I got home safely. So the girl that we're calling Allison, who is my friend there, she had a family member that was closely tied to the organization or operations of some of the school events and things like that. And I guess later that week, she had talked to Allison and was like, yeah, so like apparently there were like a bunch of kids who got on the roof, you know, on Friday and like the police showed up. Basically the family member was like, oh, like the police chopper like caught them. And Allison was like, oh, Allison played dumb as hell. She was like, oh, does the police chopper just go out looking for these things? Like how did they know that, excuse me, how did they know that there were people on the roof? Like it doesn't really make sense. So apparently, because first of all, we were wondering, we're like, did somebody snitch? Like, did a neighbor see it and were they like, you know, oh, there's some kids causing ruckus on the roof? Or like, did they, you know, what happened? Because George and his little brother apparently were going on the roof all the time. So like, why did we get caught? Turns out the family member said to Allison, there are sensors on the roof. And the sensors detect a certain amount of weight on the roof. And when that weight is detected, it sends a signal to the authorities, and then they try to pinpoint who's on the roof, usually in situations of like someone trying to break in and enter and cause ruckus to the school or like do harm to the school, do damage. So like that's why it's such an important thing and why they get alerted right away when there's somebody on top of the school, on the roof. Basically, when George and his brother go on, I mean, because you have to also take into account, there's probably like raccoons that have been up there and like other animals, but you know, they weigh something, but not a whole ton. But there were like 7 or 8 of us up there. Yeah, that's definitely going to set off a detector or set off an alarm of some sort and alert the authorities. So that's what that was. We were like, how did they find, because it was pretty quickly. We got up there, the chopper caught us, the police were there in like 5 minutes. Like it was all very quick. So we were like, how did they know? And like we didn't even get to enjoy any time up there. Like how did this happen? It was because the sensors on the roof, they caught us because we weighed a lot, all 7 or 8 of us. Yeah. So that ends this story time, the story of how I almost got arrested. Thank God, thank the Lord up above. that we weren't like caught. I mean, honestly, I think it would have just been a slap on the wrist from the authorities when they realized it was just a bunch of kids wanting to be on top of the roof. Like, and we weren't even like illegal, you know, like we were legal drinking age and all of that. Like, it was nothing crazy. We also weren't trying to do any harm to the school. We were just like, oh, it was cool drinking in George's backyard, but it'd be really cool to drink on top of the roof, like, of the school. That was really it. So I don't think it would have been like anything crazy, but yeah, that was an experience. Very thankful that like we didn't get caught. But to any of y'all kids watching out here, beware, okay? Learn from Uncle Danny, old man up here. There are sensors on a lot of the roofs of these schools, so if you're gonna be rebellious and like get on top of the roof of the school, just be careful, or just don't do it. Just don't do it. That's my little PSA. Okay. If you liked this video, be sure to like this video. Also subscribe to the channel, please.
What more do you want from me?
Do it. It's just a click. You just click one little button, man. Like, subscribe. Thank you. You did it just, thank you. Thank you very much. If you like these story times, be sure to leave a comment below, because I got stories, okay? So let me know. All right, have a great one, and I'll catch you next time right here on Danny Sylvan Vlog. Bye, friends. It still like has a touch of sweetness, but it's not, it's only 2 grams. Okay, I'll take it. Okay, so, by the way, anybody who knows any wines that are low in sugar, the sugar content is just low, let me know. I am currently on the search for a new sugar-free or no sugar added or like just reduced sugar wine, so let me know.